react videos seem to be quite the thing. So I thought that I would react to one of my own, and I'm going to do the first one. Not quite the first one, but the movie version of the first videos that I did. Feature Pandora, very much my favourite character. She was... I'd played her a bit before I started recording. The first few recordings you never got to see because they were they were just so awful for a number of reasons. One of them, I don't normally talk when I'm playing games, so I'll just click the dialogue. So getting used to doing that was quite something. At the time when I was recording them, I was either unaware or didn't quite know how to record the audio track separately to the game output track, which means that quite a bit. There's going to be a bit of a mismatch between when I actually clicked the dialogue and had actually said it. But we'll see as we go along. Anyway, here we go. I hadn't actually recorded Pandora and Lydia arriving at Fort Dawnguard. That's a lie. I did do a little bit, but I had completely forgotten to speak my lines, so it didn't do very well. So they have been given their first mission, and they are stepping out of Castle Dawnguard, Fort Dawnguard, sorry. And here we have the classic start from Pandora. So let's get started. Right then, Lydia, we are off to do our first anti-vampire quest. So, where are we going? Pretty typical of Pandora. Right, so we've got to get some mysterious vampire artifact. Gonna stand there. Typical Lydia stands back and lets Pandora do all the work. It's pretty dark down here, and I didn't really know how to improve it. I did improve it a little bit with the software that I was using, which wasn't DaVinci. I can't quite remember what I was using. It is probably some Windows Movie Maker or Corel or something. But my style of editing at the time was just to cut out the boring bits. Because I hadn't turned the game music down, quite often I was just slapping on the same music underneath. I know you've got a bow because I've seen you use it. Could have hit him. You could. He was right there. You could have hit him. I think that was probably the first time where actually timed the start of the music with the actual action. I hadn't realised I'd thought to do it back then. Again, we're in a dungeon that's still far too dark. That bit with Lydia, just letting the skeleton go past her, that I think made one of the first shorts that I made. She's quite frustrated with Lydia. I have a sneaking suspicion. Pay attention, please. I have a sneaking suspicion that what we're looking for is through that door. I was pretty good at role-playing with Lydia, though. He's dead. Even if my acting skills aren't up to much. Okey-dokes. Obviously I'm going to hit... ouch. The big red button. To move things. Yeah, a fair amount of cutting the boring bits out again. Especially as this sort of thing, I just do things randomly, usually. Right, okey-dokes. Yeah, I said okey-dokes a lot. Oh, you're not much help, are you? Oh.
Who sent you here?
I think this is the second time that I've been through. I think the first time I ended up... I think the game crashed and I hadn't quick saved or something.
I was expecting someone like me, at least.
Again, we got the mistiming on speaking the dialogue and pressing the button for the dialogue. Like you.
Can't you tell just from looking at me?
No.
A vampire.
The Dawnguard would want me to kill you because they're like a bit anti-vampire.
Not fond of vampires, are they? Well,
No.
look. Kill me, you've killed one vampire. But if people are after me, there's something bigger going on. I can help you find out what that is.
That would really get me in with them, wouldn't it? Lydia. Trying desperately to think of a reason for Pandora to actually go along with Serana
My family used to
there.
live on an island to the west of Solitude. I would guess they still do. By the way, my name is Serana. Good to meet you.
Well, why were you locked in there?
I'd rather not get into that with you, if that's all right. I'm sorry, it's not that... It's just that I don't know who I can trust yet. Let's get to my home, and I'll have a better sense of where we all stand.
Now, either it's really embarrassing because it was a bit of one of those games gone a bit wrong, or there's a very good reason why you were locked away. So
question. Hard to say. I can't really tell. I feel like it was a long time. Please, let's hurry. I need to get home so I can figure out what's happened.
Yeah, I cut a lot of that conversation out.
That on your back. Is that an Elder Scroll?
Yes, it is. And it's mine.
Why do you have an Elder Scroll? Because they're like something like mythical.
It's complicated. I can't really talk about it. I'm sorry.
So far, Serana has not given any information away whatsoever and been avoiding the questions. So Pandora is quite understandably really, really suspicious.
So, you've been locked away from before the Empire, and you won't tell me why, and you have one of these mythical scroll things on your back, and you won't tell me why, and yet you want me to trust you. Right.
There was a bit more conversation, but it was, again, a bit boring.
Come on, girls.
Serana taking credit.
Lydia, I've told you before, if you actually got involved with these things, you would not be getting bored now, would you?
Exasperated with Lydia yet again.
Right, girls. Hope you're both ready, because I have a feeling that when I pull this, we're going to have company. What do you reckon? God, you don't love getting close, don't you? Yep. Who's there? See, I told you, if you get involved, you're less bored. Whose is that? Is that yours, Serana? Because I haven't seen Lydia do that before. Not entirely sure that I approve.
I think Pandora's even less impressed with Serana now.
You be careful what pets you create, okay?
So we've now added getting too close and
I don't like the look of this.
resurrecting things.
You don't like the look of much, Lydia. For anything, then shoot.
Pandora's not very happy, so she wants to shoot something. Trouble is, with the resurrected things, you're not entirely sure what you're shooting.
Not one of yours. Nice work, girls. Ooh. Give me word, give me word. Okay, are we all done here?
Is everything all right here?
What do you mean? That's a weird thing to say. Right.
So we're 10 minutes into the video. and the number of times that Serana has pissed Pandora off. I mean, Lydia, she just gets exasperated with Lydia, but Serana seems to almost go out of her way just to annoy her. Okay, so somewhere in the mountains, and I absolutely completely forgot what the fort is later on is called, and somehow it's missing from the footage. I think it's probably Fort Dawnguard, but yes, I couldn't work out, which is why we don't have a place name for it.
So we are. Oh God!
Nothing like a dragon to
Where'd you come from?
interrupt your train of thoughts.
Done and done.
You make it sound like you killed it.
Enjoying the moment.
This must be that beautiful Skyrim weather I've always heard about.
My moment. Thank you, my moment. Personal space.
Rewatching this, sometimes it's quite surprising Serana
Right, middle of the
actually
mountains.
lasted to the end.
Let's go this way. Oh, good God, it's bad enough having Lydia about. Come on, girls. There is a path, so we will follow it. Paths are usually good. They usually lead somewhere. Where the hell are we going? There's a road.
Roads are always good. Yeah, I think that's Fort Dawnguard.
And there's a
Who's there?
unfriendly fort. Brilliant.
Serana off to get
Come on
it.
then, Lydia, you might as well get involved as well. I can.
Pandora's quite a reasonable level by the time we did the Dawnguard. We'd been through the
Where's she gone?
College of Winterhold quest
Lydia.
and the Dragonborn DLC as well. Yeah, clumsy Lydia.
Is there something wrong with you? God, where's that Serana? Oh, God, bloody hell.
Personal space, Serana.
Who's there?
Or no one anymore. Come on, you need to be quicker on the uptake than that.
I love Skyrim in the snow.
Right.
Yeah, cut out a chunk from the series, if I remember correctly.
You're a vampire. Town of humans, behave yourself.
Lydia.
Oh.
You ran into me? I've got my eye on you.
Lydia seems to have a problem with staying on her feet.
Oh, God blimey. Is that your castle? Yeah, it'll make you jump. That creepy looking castle. Is that where we're going? Lovely. I took the, if we go back a couple of frames, oh, go on a little bit more. Lovely. Yeah, we've got the castle. And it took a little bit to get Serana in the right place to get that shot. With Serana with the old scroll across her back and Castle Volkihar in the distance. I think I used that as one of the thumbnails for the series. We're here. I'm not swimming. Yes, Pandora has an aversion to swimming.
That's it, out there to the north. We used to keep a boat around here to get there and back.
That's the first mention of Pandora and her absolute dislike of swimming. And that comes up yet again at the very end of Long Shadows. Brought that back. It's the reason why she is extremely annoyed at the end of Long Shadows. It was the last, I mean, you could always say it was the absolute last straw for her. I asked a moment ago, Serana. Creepy looking castle gargoyles. Hello.
I watched the gate. Ain't much else to tell.
It's nice to have a hobby.
Another snippet that made it short.
My long-lost daughter returns at last. I trust you have my Elder Scroll.
After all these years, that's the first thing you ask me? Yes, I have the scroll.
Of course,
She has the
I'd like
scroll.
to see my daughter. Must I really say the words aloud? Ah, if only your traitor mother were here. I would let her watch
I think we've got
this
the first
reunion
example
before
now where
putting her head
Pandora
on
is
the
not
spike.
concentrating on what's being said.
Now, tell
It's
me,
completely distracted
who
by
is
something
this
else.
stranger you have brought into our home?
This is my savior, the one who freed me.
For my daughter's safe return, you have my gratitude. I am Harken, lord of this court. By now, my daughter will have told you what we are. We are among the oldest and most powerful
Yeah, look, what he said is really
vampires
boring,
in
so cut it
Sky.
out.
For centuries we lived here far
Distracted
from the
again.
cares of the world. All that ended when my wife betrayed me and stole away that which I valued most. You have done me a great service, and now you must be rewarded. There is but one gift I can give that is equal in value to the Elder Scroll and my daughter. I offer you my blood. Take it and you will walk as a lion among sheep. Men will tremble at your approach, and you will never fear death again.
I'd prefer money. What if I refuse?
Then you will be prey, like all mortals. I will spare your life this once, but you will be banished from this hall. Perhaps you still need convincing. Behold the power! This is the power that I offer. Now, Make your choice.
That's not a good look.
So be it. You are prey, like all mortals. I banish you.
You're not going to guess what just happened. He wanted to... Serana, you know, I said I didn't trust her. Well, right to. Her dad wanted to turn me into a vampire. I'm not kidding. First week on the job with the Dawnguard, anti-vampire people, and he wanted me to become one. Second week maybe, but not the first week. Come on, we need to get back. I'm not entirely sure how we're sort of going to explain that we found the vampire and let her loose and took her back to her family. Because I'm not thinking that's going to go down very well. And that they got an Elder Scroll. No.
I think Pandora's also kicking herself that she couldn't think of something better to say to Lord Harkon when he offered to make her a vampire. Yes, offered to make a vampire hunter a vampire.
Uh-oh.
I'm just not quite sure what to make of this.
What? I thought this place was... What? What just happened?
Look at this. I should have known it was only a matter of time before they found us. It's the price we pay for openly recruiting. We'll have to step up our defenses. I don't suppose you have some good news for me.
Yeah, no.
Damn. Well, what do you know?
Well, the vampires, they were looking, and it turns out what they were looking for was actually a woman. She was trapped in Dim Hollow. So it wasn't an artifact so much as a person.
A woman? Trapped in there? That doesn't make any sense. Who is she? More importantly, where is she?
Yeah, how are you going to explain this, Pandora?
She wanted to go home. So, well, I took her home. A castle turned out.
I'm waiting to hear what any
To
of this
make
means.
it no big deal.
There was this thing on her back. It was an Elder Scroll.
You didn't secure the scroll.
Me? There was only me and Lydia. So we're lucky we got out alive.
Right. So they have this woman and an Elder Scroll. By the Divines. This couldn't get much worse. This is more than you and I can handle.
Yeah, what's... Am I sacked then?
When did I say that? We just need... We need help. If they're bold enough to attack us here,
I would
then
have
this
sacked
may
her.
be bigger than I thought. I have good men here, but... There are people I've met and worked with over the years. We need their skills, their talent.
I think if you're a vampire hunter and you rescue a vampire and then take that vampire home, I think that would be a court-martial, martialable, if not a completely sackable offence.
Balance, if we're going to survive this. If you can find them, we might have a chance.
So to keep the job, because it probably wasn't the best it wasn't the best job performance in the world. I admit that.
Say
You
not.
want me? I just need to get some people. Okay, where are they?
Right to the point, aren't you? I like that. Not like those fools in the Order. We should keep it small. Too many people and we'll draw unwanted attention to ourselves. I think we'll want Serene Gerard. Breton girl, whip smart and good with tinkering. Fascination with the Dwemer. Weapons in particular. Last I knew, she was out in the Reach, convinced she was about to find the biggest dwarven ruins yet.
Academic. You reckon she'll help us?
Might need a little convincing, but she should. You'll also want to find Gunmar. Big brute of a Nord. Hates
Sounds more like
vampires
it.
almost as much as I do. Got it into his head years back that his experience with animals would help. Trolls in particular, from what I hear. Last I knew, he was out scouring Skyrim for more beasts to tame. Bring the two of them back here, and we can get started on coming up with a plan.
Right, we've got another chance. I know, I'm surprised as well. I thought we'd absolutely done for there. We're all a bit messengers. We've got to go and fetch a couple of people, okay? So, seems one tames trolls? No, I didn't believe it either. Okay. I'll tell you what, at least we got rid of that Serana whingy person.
There is one thing that I do like that I was doing at the start, and that's reacting to Lydia, like when she turns and looks. Video's not the best quality.
Look, Lydia, I wonder what that place is. Excuse me,
Hey
excuse
there,
me.
friend. If you're looking for a fix, you're at the right place. Just head on down the trap door.
Oh, you only live once, Lydia. Shall we have a go? Come on.
This took a bit of editing
I
to
got nothing
actually
on there.
get it to make
If you're looking for
sense.
skooma, head on down.
Doesn't seem that bad.
Pandora after a bit of fun. Still a new recruit, so it's all still a bit of a laugh to her, really.
Does sound it though.
Head on in, and behave yourself.
Not sounding too good. Hey, are you alright?
And suddenly things start to take a darker turn.
Yes?
Excuse me, mate.
Yes?
Are these people alright? Is this some sort of hospital? Alright. That one's dead. That one's dead back there. Aren't you interested? What is this place?
Wait, you're serious?
Yeah.
This is the Redwater Den, purveyors of the best skooma outside of Balmora.
Yeah, but these people... One of them's dead. You got a dead person back there. So what's the
The
special?
secret is our mystic Redwater Spring. The magic in the waters
hit the
opens
dialogue
the mind to experience
before I'd
skooma
finished
in a way like
talking.
never before.
But isn't it really, really addictive anyway? You know what we said about being good people? I want to know what's going on.
Oh, yeah, that was a bit I cut out. I didn't think about it at the time when I was doing that. A bit that was cut out was on the way after they'd rescued Serana. They were attacked by an assassin, and there was a bit of a conversation. I think I left it in the series episode, but there's a little bit of a conversation between Pandora and Lydia about that they were trying to be good people and not do bad things.
I said, I want to know what's going on.
Being in the Dawnguard, Pandora thinks she's entitled to investigate stuff.
Lydia? Who's shooting at me? Oh. You are all bad people. Lydia, we've got vampires. This is the sort of thing. This is the sort of thing that we should be doing as Dawnguard people. It is our duty. It is our duty as Dawnguard people to find out what's going on.
And now she's got a valid excuse.
And put a stop to it. It might even make up for the Serana debacle. Possibly. Maybe. Probably not. You ready, Lydia? Big doors.
I've got a bad feeling about this.
You took the words right out of my mouth.
Hey, look, a cave. Wonder what's inside.
Oh, Lydia. 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 I've just been reading this journal, right? And shh, take over it. I've just been reading this journal, and it seems there's something called a blood spring that's really, really good for vampires, except it's addictive. And they've been adding it to the skooma to addict humans so they can feed off them. We need to shut this down.
I actually did that bit twice because I completely and totally messed up my words the first time. I'd also decided that before I did that little piece to Lydia, I had read the journal out aloud, and it was long, so I decided that I'd just summarise it to Lydia. And the first time that I did that, I messed up my words completely and had to do it again. I don't do that very often, but that was one of the cases that I really had to. Oh, here we're coming up another bit that ended up as a short.
Go on, Lydia, we got to be close now. 2 doors.
There are actually 3, but you can't see the third.
Ow!
There's the third.
Lydia. People behind it.
No, what people?
Wonder what's inside.
Watch the round things. Oops.
Several attempts later, finally got it.
Oh.
Never seen anything quite like that.
No, that doesn't look good at all, does it? What I've just read suggests we don't actually want to go anywhere near it.
She says after getting up really close.
Lydia, when we get back to Fort Dawnguard, we're going to have to tell them about this place. Because we probably haven't actually shut it down, but we have sort of delayed it a bit. I'm not sure that we can help these people.
Yes?
You're involved.
Now, I'm not sure many bouncers would actually just stay there, or someone stands opposite them, draws their bow and knocks an arrow, or knocks her arrow and draws a bow. But again, she's a new member of the Dawnguard. There's something about vampires, they're involved, so she feels that she's completely and perfectly entitled to just get rid of them.
You're a bad person.
Because they're bad
Right,
people.
Lydia, come on then. We have a job to do. Iverstead.
I think this is all. Yeah, this is all recorded before I'd upgraded the CPU. So
Come on, Lydia. Lydia! Lydia! I'm going in the inn. Stop chatting the guard up. He's got work to do.
something else.
You're in the Dawnguard now.
Something else that
Right,
made it
Lydia.
short.
Come on, we need to go hunting for this troll hunter. We're going troll hunting.
I swear there's something out there, in the dark.
Yeah, that'd be the wildlife. Lydia, you better not be yawning because you've had plenty of sleep.
And there we had. In fact, there we had a guard shenanigans short.
Mind yourself. There's
Blimey.
a vicious bear on the loose.
Dead bodies.
Yes. There probably is. I've come to fetch you because the Dawnguard, Isran at the Dawnguard, needs your help.
Isran needing someone else's help. Never thought I'd hear that. I'm afraid he's a few years too late. I've moved on. I have more important business to attend to.
Well,
Besides, he can handle anything alone.
Pandora
Reassurance of
isn't
himself.
very impressed
Could he
about it's very
possibly need
important
my help
business.
Vampires?
Vampires? That might change things. Tell me more about what's going on.
Well, we're not. Well, I'm certainly not entirely sure. But there was this vampire, and there's a castle, and then there's lots of vampires, and then there's this Elder Scroll.
By the eight.
Yeah, miss out the
right,
rescuing her
look.
and taking her back
Consider
home.
it. I can't just leave this bear to prey on more innocent people. Once it's dealt with, then perhaps I'll see what Isran expects of me.
Come on.
this was horrifically dark.
Well, it's got to be one of them.
Don't know how well I'd have managed by myself. You have my thanks. You've helped me, so I suppose the least I can do is find out what Isran wants.
That's half the job. And now we've got to do the other half, which is finding the other person.
I've got far, far better software to deal with cases where it is far too dark like that. I wish I could remember exactly what I was using. I mean, it might have been Windows. It might have been something as simple as Windows Movie Maker, or something like Corel Video Studio. Could have been that. I really don't remember, but I know that I didn't have the tools that I did. I could lighten stuff in that, but now I can actually do far more.
You haven't seen a sack full of dwarven gyros lying around, have you? I swear I left it right here. Do you think mud crabs might have taken it? I saw one the other day. Wouldn't be surprised if it followed me here. Well, just look around, will you?
Okay. You think a mud crab is following you to steal your bits and pieces?
Stalked by mud crabs.
Okay, anyway, Isran's asked me to come and get you.
Isran? Wants me? No, you must be mistaken. He made it exceedingly clear the last time we spoke that he had no interest in my help. I find it hard to believe he's changed his mind. He said some very hurtful things to me before I left. Anyway, I'm quite happy in my current pursuits. So if you'll excuse me...
Did you two sort of fall out?
Yes, that was my point. I felt it was rather clear. Look, what is it you want from me?
Well, vampires threaten all of Skyrim, and we need your help. Isran says that we need your help.
What is going to influence her the most? Vampires. It seemed to work on the other chap. And then flatter her that we need her and only her. Her help is going to help.
Vampires? Really? Oh, and I suppose now he remembers that I proposed no less than 3 different scenarios that involved vampires overrunning the population. Well, what are they up to?
If it makes a difference, they have got an Elder Scroll.
Well, that's actually something I never would have anticipated. Interesting. I'm not sure what they would do with them.
Lydia,
In
take
this
care of
case, Isran is probably correct.
Yeah, Lydia
thinking
deals
isn't
with it.
good. All right. If nothing else, I suppose it wouldn't hurt to learn more about what's going on so I can better defend myself. But I'm not just going to abandon what I've been working on here. It's too useful. I need at least 1 intact dwarven gyro. So either I need to find the satchel those mud crabs stole, or I need another gyro from someplace. You wouldn't happen to have one, would you?
No, but we do need to get moving.
I'm sorry, but I'm not about to do that with at least a single gyro to show for my efforts.
Mud crabs. Lydia, the mad woman thinks the mud crabs might have stolen her satchel. So just in case she's right, I'm going to have a look for it. Did you hear that? What the hell are you?
You might have noticed a glimpse of Pandora in the very edge of the screen back there, but the very edges of the screen that you can see aren't what I can see in the VR headset. So it seemed that Pandora was just merrily talking to herself. It also didn't help that I couldn't remember where the bag is.
Oh, there you are. We're looking for a satchel, a bag.
As you can see, it's got dark. I spent so long looking for this stupid bag.
Found it. Oh, maybe she wasn't quite... Lydia, wait. Lydia, maybe she wasn't quite as mad as we thought, because there's her satchel.
It's not much, but this will help a great deal with some things I've been researching. Now, where is it Isran expects me to go?
Fort Dawnguard? Do you know where that is?
Ah, been working more on his secret hideout, has he? It'll be interesting to see how much progress he's made. I'll finish up here and head in that direction as soon as I can. See you there.
So now we have successfully completed a job for the Dawnguard, so... we should be in their good books. What's this? Oh, empty. So we better get back there and see if they've got any more jobs for us. Remember, look reliable and dependable and all that. Ooh, looks like he was serious when he said that he was going to up the defences a bit.
To me, does Lydia not look very impressed or very happy?
Come on, Lydia, I need to close the gate.
Yeah, not much good defences if you leave the gate open.
You'd have thought they would have cleared the bodies, wouldn't you? That's really untidy. Trip hazard. Now, remember, look professional.
Yes.
Okay, so we've
probably the least
only got
professional
50% success rate
recruits
at the moment, but it's infinitely better than it was before. Of course, technically speaking, Lydia, we did succeed in finding out what the vampires were after. So, if you're going to be pedantic, that one was a success. So, I reckon we've got a 100% success rate so far. I'm sticking with that.
All right, Isran. You've got us all here. Now what do you want?
Hold it right there.
What are you doing?
Making sure you're not vampires.
Not quite sure
Can't be too careful.
where the sunlight's coming from. 'Cause
So
it's
welcome to Fort
night.
Dawnguard. I'm sure you've heard a bit of what we're up against. Powerful vampires, unlike anything we've seen before. And they have an Elder Scroll. If anyone is going to stand in their way, it's going to be us.
This is all well and good, but do we actually know anything about what they're doing? What
No.
do we do now?
We'll get to that. For now, get acquainted with the space. In the meantime, we're going to get to the bottom of why a vampire showed up here looking for you. Let's go have a little chat with it, shall we?
Right, let's go and find Isran and ask him what he's talking about. Isran, what were you talking about?
Man, a few words. Yeah, come and see for yourself.
Oh God, not Serana.
This vampire showed up while you were away. I'm guessing it's the one you found in Dim Hollow Crypt. Says it's got something really important to say to you. So let's hear it.
You probably weren't expecting to see me again.
Yeah, not kidding. So what are you doing here, and how on earth did you know where to come?
I'd rather not be here either, but I needed to talk to you.
And again,
It's
she doesn't
important,
answer
so
all the
please just
questions.
listen before your friend here loses his patience. It's... well, it's about me, and the Elder Scroll that was buried with me.
That'd be that one. So what about the scroll?
The reason I had it, and why I was down there. It all comes back to my father. I'm guessing you figured this part out
It's
already,
all
but
about
my father's not
her.
exactly a good person.
Oh,
Even by
really?
vampire standards. He wasn't always like that, though. There was... a turn. He stumbled onto this obscure prophecy and just kind of lost himself in it.
A prophecy?
It's pointless and vague, like all prophecies. The part he latched onto said that vampires would no longer need to fear the sun. That's what he's after. He wants to control the sun. Have vampires control the world. Anyway, my mother and I didn't feel like inviting a war with all of Tamriel, so we tried to stop him. That's why I was sealed away with the scroll.
Okay. It sounds a bit nutty. So, why the Dawnguard?
I'm sorry. I had heard there were vampire hunters here. I thought they might want to know about a vampire plot to enslave the rest of the world. Was
Yeah,
I
fair enough.
wrong?
No, you're right.
She doesn't
But
like
we're
admitting
gonna
that
have a bit of a
Serana's
problem.
right.
We're gonna have a bit of a problem because you are a vampire. And we're vampire hunters. And it's going to be a bit difficult to convince them that you're on our side, because even I'm not completely and totally convinced.
All right, you've heard what it has to say. Now tell me, is there any reason I shouldn't kill this blood-sucking fiend right now?
You don't trust her? Well, neither do I, so that's fine. Because I don't trust her, and you don't trust her. You can trust me, because I'm erring on the fact that I think I might actually believe her.
You better know what you're doing.
Of course she doesn't.
It can stay for now. But if it so much as lays a finger on anyone here, I'll hold you responsible. Got it? You hear me? Don't feel like a guest, because you're not. You're a resource. You're an asset. In the meantime, don't make me regret my sudden outburst of tolerance and generosity. Because if you do, your friend here is going to pay for it.
Thank you for your kindness. I'll remember it the next time I'm feeling hungry. So, in case you didn't notice the giant thing on my back, I have the Elder Scroll with me. Whatever it says, it will have something that can help us stop my father.
He's pointing that out.
But of course,
Isran.
neither of us can read it.
You can't read it. Okay, so who can?
Well, the moth priests are the only ones I've heard of who can do it. They spend years preparing before they start reading, though. Not that it helps us anyway, because they're all half a continent away, in Cyrodiil.
Some Imperial scholar arrived in Skyrim a few days ago. I was staking out the road when I saw him pass by. Maybe that's your moth priest.
Do you know where he's staying now?
No, and I'm not going to waste men.
You do wonder what he was doing staking out the road, because if the scholars went by, it would have been during the day, because they would be staying at an inn during the night. So why would he be staking out the road if he's hunting vampires during the day? Doesn't really make any sense, but...
Looking. We're fighting a war against your kind, and I intend to win it. You want to find him? Try talking to anyone who'd meet a traveler. Innkeepers and carriage drivers in the big cities, maybe. But you're on your own.
If you want to come along, it has to just be me and you.
It's
Come
weird.
on in, Lydia. Can you believe that Serana wanted me to ditch you and go and locate this moth priest? Well, we are a team. Hello.
Oh, this is
Excuse
funny.
me. We're looking for someone. We're actually looking for a moth priest. I don't suppose you've seen him, given him a ride or anything like that?
It's one of them Imperial scholars, right? Old man with a grey robe.
Dragon. That's right.
Might be that I have. Can't say for sure. I got enough troubles on my mind just trying to scrape by it.
You'd like that dragon? Have some gold.
I remember your moth priest now.
Hurry up the conversation
He wanted me
a
to
bit.
take him out to Dragonbridge, but I told him it ain't one of my stops.
Dragonbridge. Okay, might have to sort out a dragon. Thank you very much.
Until next time.
Yeah, I was trying to tell you.
Somebody help! Someone do something.
Yeah, that would be me.
You're a rather brave horse.
In all my years, I've never seen such.
In all my years, I have never seen such a thing.
A couple of
He's just
Khajiit
said
just
that.
standing there.
Something's happening.
He's clearly dead then. The Khajiit are wonderful.
Now, if Serana was here, she would have come and interrupted that moment. Wonder if he knows.
Seen some mean-spirited folk pass through lately. Thought I was rid of those sorts when I left Markarth.
Well, instead of a mean-spirited person, how about a more religious-y type of person? Like a moth priest? Do you know anything about a moth priest here?
A moth priest?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but I don't know anything about that. Try asking one of the guards.
Okay. Thank you.
Until next time.
Right, there's a guard. Excuse me.
What did they say? Ulfric Stormcloak murdered the High King with his voice.
Yeah, I've
Shouted
heard-
him apart.
Yeah, I've heard that as well. I'm actually looking for someone. Do you know anything about a moth priest who is supposed to be here visiting?
Ah, so that was a moth priest then. He rode through town not long ago with an escort of soldiers. They didn't stop, just headed south across the Dragon Bridge.
South. Thanks, mate. Thanks.
All right then.
Thank you. Well, Lydia, the good news is he was here. The bad news is he's left. But the good news is it's going this way, south.
Good news, bad news, good news.
Uh-oh. Bloody vampire. I have new orders for you. Prepare an ambush just south of the Dragon Bridge. Take the Moth Priest to Forebear's Holdout for safekeeping until I can break his will. Right, Lydia, according to the note, they have got our Moth Priest. We're going to have to rescue him. We are going to have to find where on earth they have taken him. And he's bleeding. Well, he's either bleeding or... over there. Or one of the vampires is a very messy eater.
Pandora and Lydia following a blood trail. Experience that comes in useful later in the series.
Do you know, they left a trail easy enough for us to follow. Watch out, vampires. But we are vampire killers. Because we are Dawnguard. That does not look good.
Yeah, I cut out a load of stuff again. I'd do rather a better job editing now.
Right, we got to get him out of there. Now, he's got a little rock on him called that's some sort of waystone focus that looks a bit like those rocks in there. Should we try putting it in here?
But my master is dead, and his enemies will pay.
Suddenly realises that that's the person they're trying to get.
I knew I heard something.
But then he starts shooting fireballs at them.
That wasn't me.
Are you all right now?
I'm quite all right, thanks to you. Dexian Evicus is my name. I'm a moth priest of the White Gold Tower.
We're the Dawnguard, and we hunt and kill vampires. So we're the good guys, because we hunt the bad guys. And we need your help to read an Elder Scroll.
You have an Elder Scroll? Remarkable. If my knowledge of history serves me, I recall that the Dawnguard was an ancient order of vampire hunters. I will be happy to assist you with your Elder Scroll. Just tell me where I need to go.
Fort Dawnguard, and that's near Stendar's Beacon, on the other side of Skyrim.
Very well. I'll hurry on my way there before more of those vampires turn up.
Lydia, I forgot to ask him what a moth priest was, and what sort of religion moths have. Excuse
You
me.
arrived just in time. I think those vampires were getting hungry.
Yeah, there's a question I really want to ask, and I forgot to ask you, which is why I ran after you. Because Lydia really wants to know.
Asking for a friend.
What moth priests do exactly?
It is our sacred duty to study the Elder Scrolls. We read these ancient scrolls of prophecy in order to divine the future, and we use that knowledge to aid the Emperor. Sometimes we venture out into the world in search of more scrolls for our library at the White Gold Tower. That is the very purpose that first brought me to Skyrim. Some are born with the special gift to read the Elder Scrolls. These chosen few can divine events of the past and future within the scrolls, though in time it drives us to blindness.
I thought they were completely
Better
mythical.
than what it did to Septimus.
I know more now, thank you.
If I'd known Skyrim was so dangerous, I'd have brought more guards.
Yeah, that would have been a good idea.
Yeah, and he hasn't got any.
Well, I suppose it's sunny, so it's not in too much danger from vampires. Look, if you go up the road to Solitude, you can get a carriage. Do you have enough gold to do that? I can always lend you a bit if you got enough gold. Okay. Right, Solitude's that way to get a carriage. right now. I reckon, successful rescue, we are going to be heroes. Yeah? Yes. There are some butterflies here. They're like day moths. They good? Any good for you?
Now, if everyone will please be quiet, I must concentrate. I see a vision before me. An image
Trying to read
of a
over his
great
shoulder.
bow. I know this weapon. It is Oriel's bow. Now a voice whispers, saying, "Among the night's children, a dread lord will rise. In an age of strife, when dragons return to the realm of men, darkness will mingle with light, and the night and the day will be as one." The voice fades and the words begin to shimmer and distort. But wait, there is more here. The secret of the bow's power is written elsewhere. I think there is more to the prophecy, recorded in other scrolls. Yes, I see them now. One contains the ancient secrets of the dragons, and the other speaks of the potency of ancient blood. My vision darkens, and I see no more. To know the complete prophecy, we must have the other two scrolls. I must rest now. The reading has made me weary.
Come on, old man. You should get some rest.
Do you have a moment to talk?
Yes. What's on your mind?
That moth priest, Dexian. He said we needed 2 other Elder Scrolls. I think I know where we can start looking. We need to find my mother, Valerica. She'll definitely know where it is. And if we're lucky,
Serana was
she
witching
actually
away,
has it herself.
so I cut out a lot of
There's
that.
a courtyard in the castle. I used to help her tend a garden there. That is, I don't think we'll actually trip over her there, but it's worth a look.
Right. Problem there is that your dad banished me, and you've run off, and I don't think that we're going to be able to go through the front door. I mean, you've got the watchman who's got that hobby of watching the gate, and you've got the dining hall. I mean, it would be like that we were home delivery groceries or something. Well, me.
True, but I know a way we can get to the courtyard without arousing suspicion. There's an unused inlet on the northern side of the island that was used by the previous owners to bring supplies into the castle. An old escape tunnel from the castle exits there. I think that's our way in.
Let's go to this castle's secret entrance.
Well, I don't take just anyone into the secret parts of the place I grew up. Get rid of this interloper and you and I can be on our way. I'll wait for you at the dock.
Of course, you don't half flirt. Right, Lydia, you could go and see your boyfriend over in Iverstead. Yeah, I know, I saw. Look. I know Serana's a manipulative little shrew, yeah, but we got to do this. So I'm sorry, I will be as quick as I can. Not that quick, you can see your boyfriend. I'll see you later.
Poor Lydia.
Okay then, Serana, you've got your way.
I had to give Lydia something to do rather than just being left out. I mean, she's Pandora's best friend. I did try. The reason why she was talking to Lydia when it was dark was that I did try to see if there was any way that we could do it. But of course, it is Serana's quest. So I had a couple of goes at trying to give Lydia a reason for not going in. In the end, I ran out of ideas and had her go and visit her boyfriend in Iverstead instead.
Lydia's off visiting her boyfriend, so it's just me with you. So, let's go find this secret entrance.
Come on, it's just around the side.
You gonna lead the way? So, wouldn't it be a good idea if you showed me where it was? Oh, good grief. Have a look around here. You're the one who knows where it is.
Yeah, just around this bend.
Thank you. You could have led us here.
Who's there?
Hurry up, you said you wanted to go inside.
Yeah, Serana had been complaining about the
It's
weather.
in the underbelly of a castle
Again, it's another bit I chopped out.
full of vampires. With a vampire. And...
Who's there?
hell was that?
I knew I heard something. Done and
Bloody
done.
skeevers. Oh God, you didn't. Oh, Serana. You did, didn't you?
Serana, no resurrected
If I shoot
skeever.
it, will you have a dog instead?
It just shoots Serana's pet.
Who's there? Done and done.
You didn't do anything. Ew. This would be why the water doesn't smell very good, Serana. Ew. I'm never going to get this out of my boots. Please do not.
Yes?
Oh,
What
you've
did
got
you
your
need?
doggy as a pet. Took my advice. Don't make this one a pet, please.
This leads out to the courtyard. Just head for the door. Oh no.
This isn't a beautiful courtyard garden where you would collect all your stuff for your potions and that you were saying.
What happened to this place? Everything's been torn down. The whole place looks, well, dead. It's like
It's missing.
something's wrong with the moon dial here. Some of the crests are missing and the dial is askew. I didn't even know the crests could be removed. Maybe my mother's trying to tell us something.
Or it was just an act of vandalism. I mean, look at this place.
It's been
Oh,
vandalised.
what's that? Well, I found a bit. Oh, there's a bit. Serana, does that make you happier?
Very clever, Mother. Very clever. I've never been in those tunnels before, but I'd bet they'd run right under the courtyard and into the tower ruins. Well, at least we're getting closer. Let's go.
Couple of things. I'm not your mother. And secondly, I was just doing that to pander to you. But worked out well.
Yeah, stop Serana whining. This isn't a good thing to fight. Oh, hand.
Lovely.
I've never even seen this part of the castle before. Be careful. I don't know what might be around.
Body parts, by the looks of it. Ooh, that looks a bit congealed.
This is some other secret passage.
Look, delicate surgical instrument, I see.
Axe.
Yeah, that's not foreboding at all.
Pandora, after the last one's a bit wary of gargoyles.
Will that close it up again? Yeah. Aha! Oh, I'm so tempted.
Leave her leave her back there. Again, I think there's a bit more in the series episode. Gargoyles. By this time, Pandora's really wary of them. And there's one there that you can't see because it's too dark.
That's got to be your worst pet yet.
Smarter than I gave her credit for.
Really? I found that straight away. What's this?
Look at this place. This has to be it. I knew she was deep in
Obviously.
necromancy. I mean, she
Oh,
taught
now
me
you tell
everything
me.
I know. But I had no idea she had a setup like this.
Necromancy.
She must have spent years collecting these components. And what's this thing?
What's
I'm
that
not sure
thing?
about this circle, but it's obviously something. Let's take a look around. There has to be something here that tells us where she's gone.
Right, Mrs. Helpful, who's been so really helpful so far. Yes, I am being sarcastic. What do you think we're going to be looking for?
My mother was meticulous about her research. If we can find her notes, there might be some hints in there. I remember she used to keep a small journal. See if you can dig it up.
You could try looking yourself, Serana.
Yeah, that would have been helpful, I think, because it took me such a long time to find the journal. It's ridiculous.
Right, I found your mother's notes.
You did? Let me see them.
Now, I read them, obviously, and it said something about a soul cairn.
I only know what she told me. She had a theory about soul gems, that the souls inside of them don't just vanish when they're used. They end up in the soul cairn.
But she's a vampire, and a necromancer, and all of that, so why would she actually care about where the souls went after they've been used?
The soul cairn is home to very powerful beings. Necromancers send them souls and
the answer
receive
being
powers
she
of their
doesn't
own
care
in
about
return.
the souls.
My mother spent a lot of time trying to contact them directly, to travel to the soul cairn itself. That circle in the center of the room is definitely some type of portal. If I'm reading this right, there's a formula here that should give us safe passage into the soul cairn.
Fortunately, it didn't take me as long to find the ingredients as it did to find the journal in the first place.
Then the rest is up to me.
The rest
Are you
is
ready
indeed
to go?
up to you.
I'm not entirely sure what this thing is going to do when I add my blood.
Okay, so let's get that portal open, or explode, or, I don't know, drag us all into hell, or whatever's going to happen. Go ahead.
All right, here goes. By the blood of my ancestors. She actually did it. Created a portal in the soul cairn. Incredible.
Though strictly speaking, you don't actually know where the portal goes at the moment.
Ow, 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 ow. Not nice, not nice.
Are you all right? That looked painful. Vampires aren't counted among the living. I could probably go through there without a problem.
I don't like the sound of this. You are saying that I need to become a vampire.
Not your first choice, I guess?
Well, no, because if you recall, I refused your dad's offer. So there's got to be another way.
Maybe. We could just pay the toll another way. It wants a soul, so we give it a soul. Yours.
Wouldn't that kill me?
My mother taught me a trick or two. I could partially soul trap you and offer that gem to the ideal masters. It might be enough to satisfy them. It would make you a bit weaker when we travel through the soul cairn, but we might be able to fix that once we're inside. Maybe.
Those are my only options. Vampire. Be a bit weaker. No other options at all, just those two.
I'm sorry. I wish I knew a better way, something that would be easier
So do
for
I.
you. Just know that whatever path you choose, I won't think any less
Oh
of
God,
you.
she's doing it again.
Sometimes things just have to be done. I know that better than anybody.
She's not very good at reading people, is Serana.
Okay. Absolutely no way that I am becoming a vampire. I'm a member of the Dawnguard. We don't become vampires. Now, I am going to trust you. I know that sounds a bit weird because I don't trust you, but I'm going to trust you that you can do this partial soul trap thing. For the Dawnguard, I'm going to do it.
I know this is difficult for you. I hope you trust me. I'd never do anything
She
that could
just
hurt
said
you.
she doesn't trust you.
Let's get this over with.
As you wish. I promise to make this as painless as possible. Hold still.
Well, at the moment, I don't feel... You're just walking away from me now. I was about to talk to you like you're a normal person and not in the way I normally talk to you. Let's get this over with.
I feel terrible for the dead who end up here for eternity. Seems awful, like they're still suffering.
Oh, don't say things like that. It makes it all worse.
How could they trick me like this? I was one of Reman's court wizards.
That sky... It feels like I'm being watched. Can't stand it anymore. The screams... They pierce my mind. I can't stand it.
You must help me find my Arvak. He doesn't deserve to be in a place like this.
Calm down, calm down. Who's Arvak?
Arvak, my horse. We came to this horrible place together. We were attacked by monsters, so I told him to run. Please, he's such a loyal creature, and he's been running for so long. You have to save him. A place like this will change you.
Okay, so your horse
Serana's not getting enough attention.
How can I help him?
Arvak! Arvak! Where are you? Arvak, please come back! Come back!
He's getting the attention, so I'm going to stand there.
I feel terrible for the dead who end up here for eternity. Seems awful, like they're still suffering.
Yeah, like him. Oh, well, there's Arvak.
Mother? Mother!
Can't be. Serana?
Is it really you? I can't believe it. How do we get inside? We have to talk.
Serana, what are you doing here? Where's your father?
This one took quite
I don't have time to
a bit
explain.
to talk through and edit.
Harkon's found a way to decipher the prophecy, hasn't he?
No, you've got it all wrong.
I think I died at one point, so I had to do this all over again.
Right.
Wait a moment.
And I think I can't remember if I used the first or second time round on this.
No, you don't.
You, come forward. I would speak with you. So how has it come to pass that a vampire hunter is in the company of my daughter? It pains me to think you'd travel with Serana under the guise of her protector in an effort to hunt me down.
Well, that's a bit narcissistic, thinking we're after you. I've just come for the Elder Scroll.
Glorious. Serana claims you're her guardian, yet your first instinct appears to be greed.
I think it's a bit telling that you think I'm after the Elder Scroll for greed, like to sell it or something. But that's not the case. We, the Dawnguard, would like to stop Harkon. He needs the Elder Scroll. If we've got the Elder Scroll, he then can't do it.
You think I'd have the audacity to place my own daughter in that tomb for the protection of her Elder Scroll alone? The scrolls are merely a means to an end. The key to the tyranny of the sun is Serana herself.
And now you're babbling. What do you mean?
When I fled Castle Volkihar, I fled with 2 Elder Scrolls. The scroll I presume you found with Serana speaks of Ariel and his arcane weapon, Ariel's bow. The second scroll declares that the blood of Cold Harbor's daughter will blind the eye of the dragon.
Okay, so where does Serana fit in?
Like myself, Serana was a human once. We were devout followers of Lord Molig Bal. Tradition dictates the females be offered to Molig Bal on his summoning day. Few survive the ordeal. Those that do emerge as a pure-blooded vampire. We call such confluences the Daughters of Cold Harbor.
Well, that community's going to get small really quick, isn't it, if you sacrifice all your daughters? I'm surprised it's still going at all. Anyway, this tyranny of the sun thing, it requires Serana's blood. As the Dawnguard, we can't let him succeed.
And how exactly do you plan on stopping him?
Serana believes in me. That's why she brought me here. See, this is where it gets a bit weird because my boss doesn't believe her. But he believes me, and I believe her. So, you don't believe me, but Serana believes me. So why don't you?
Serana? The stranger
just
aligns
confuse
herself
the
with those
person
that
and
hunt you down and slay you like an animal. Yet I should entrust you to her.
This stranger has done more for me in the brief time I've known her than you've done in centuries.
I'm sorry,
she's
Serana.
talking about entrusting
know.
her to
I didn't see.
Pandora.
I've allowed my hatred of your father to
take her
estrange us
along.
for too long. Forgive me. If you want the Elder Scroll, it's yours. Your intentions are still somewhat unclear to me, but for Serana's sake, I'll assist you in any way that I can.
Right, I thought my intentions were perfectly clear. I want the Elder Scroll because I want to stop Harkin doing whatever it is because it's going to be vampire-y and not good. I thought that was pretty plain. And to stop Harkin, we need to make sure he doesn't have the Elder Scroll. So we'll have the Elder Scroll. Have you got it?
Yes. I've kept it safely secured here ever since I was imprisoned. Fortunately, you're in a position to breach the barrier that surrounds these ruins.
Okay. So what do we need to do?
You need?
My voice is a bit rough when I was that's not good. When I was recording this. I am not going to tell you just how long I was wandering around the Soul Cairn. It's ridiculous. Oh. Ha ha ha! Never properly got familiar with the Soul Cairn. I always get lost. Right,
Let's
that's
kill
two.
those keeper things and get back to the prison.
Yeah, I've just done two. Yeah, I've just killed two. I've only got the one. Everyone loves Arvak. I found your Arvak for you.
Arvak! You saved him! His soul is free, I can feel it! He's such a loyal beast. Here, I'll teach you how to call him to you. He'll help you get around this wretched place. But I'm sure he'd be much happier someplace sunnier. Goodbye, hero. Take good care of Arvak for me. Such a good horse.
Pandora never used Arvak all that much. Good God. She's never the sort of character to get shadow near, so... You follow me up? How the hell did that happen? Right, it's got to be up here. Serana's got to be up here somewhere. Oh, I don't know, I'm a bit freaked out on that one. Oh. How on earth are we going to get back down?
barrier should be gone now. Let's head back.
Yeah, we're a bit high and I'm not jumping. Aha, another portally thing. Serana, there's another portally thing here with all the black goopy stuff. Come on, this way. Oh, right, let's get this thing off your mother then.
You managed to destroy all 3 keepers?
Yeah,
Very
of course.
Impressive.
Thank you. Right, so, scroll.
Yes. Please follow me. Keep watch for Durnevere. With the prison's barrier down, he's almost certain to investigate.
Wait. I hear something.
He's here. Defend yourselves.
Oh, a dragon!
Where'd you come from?
It's a completely cut out the part where she's talked about Durnevere. Which it doesn't actually matter. What did I say? Dragons are my thing. It's just disappeared. Expert on dragons here. Got a dragon problem? I'm your woman. Have you ever been hit by lightning here? It's a bit of a constant danger.
Forgive my astonishment, but I never thought I'd witness the death of that dragon.
Well, if you've got a dragon problem, I'm who you call. Anyway, why do you say that apart from the fact that everything's here that is dead already?
Volumes written on Durnevere allege that he can't be slain by normal means. It appears they were mistaken. Unless...
Go on.
The soul of a dragon is as resilient as its owner's scaly hide.
Yeah.
It's possible that your killing blow has merely displaced Durnevere's physical form while he reconstitutes himself.
Oh, great. How long's that going to take? Do you even know?
Minutes, hours, years. I can't even begin to guess. I suggest we don't wait around to find out. Now, let's get you the Elder Scroll and you can be on your way.
Yep, that's the idea. Couldn't she have just said that she didn't know? So the reason why it didn't matter that I cut out the conversation when we first met Serana's mother about Durnevere is because the link can be made between, ooh, it's a dragon, and Durnevere in that particular conversation. Because Pandora may not have made the link when she said, well, Durnevere knows. She sort of just dismissed it. And then, well, she's just interested in killing a dragon. And then Serana's mother then made the link between Durnevere and dragon. I thought that made sense. So I didn't mind cutting out the chunk, which is incredible. I mean, that whole conversation at the start with Serana's mother, while she's saying all about Cold Harbour and Harkin, and that is just incredibly tedious, which is why I cut out as much of it as I could. Unless Pandora had come out with a snarky comment, kept those bits in. Most of them, not all of them.
Now that you've retrieved the Elder Scroll, you should be on your way. If there's anything I can do before you depart, you must let me know.
Absolutely. I need to know how I can get my soul back that Serana nicked a bit of.
So my daughter applied some of the lessons I taught her about necromancy, did she?
Oh, yes.
Don't worry. I think I can help you.
Good, 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 good. How?
Your soul essence was trapped inside a gem. When you and Serana entered the soul cairn, it was given to the Ideal Masters as payment. You simply need to retrieve the gem. The moment you touch it, your soul essence will be restored.
Okay. Retrieve the gem from these soul mastery things. Oh, lovely. Where on earth can I find it?
There's an offering altar not terribly far from here. I'm willing to bet that the gem you're looking for is there. Is there anything else? Could be your last chance.
Oh. Seconds is the answer.
Here's the answer to Serana's mother saying, minutes, hours,
Stay
days.
your weapons. I would speak with you, Quinarin.
Thought you were dead. I thought I killed you. I can always do it again.
Cursed, not dead. Doomed to exist in this form for eternity. Trapped between Laas and Enoch. Between life and death.
Oh, that's not good. So, why are we having a little chat?
I believe in civility among seasoned warriors. And I find your ear worthy of my words. My claws have rended the flesh of innumerable foes, but I have never once been felled on the field of battle. I therefore honor name you Quinarin, or Vanquisher in your tongue.
I found you equally worthy.
Your words do me great honor. My desire to speak with you was born from the result of our battle, Quinarin. I merely wish to respectfully ask a favor of you.
What kind of favor?
For countless years I've roamed the Soul Cairn in unintended service to the Ideal Masters. Before this, I roamed the skies above Tamriel. I desire to return there.
Right, you're a dragon. What's stopping you?
I fear that my time here has taken its toll upon me. I share a bond with this dreaded place. If I ventured far from the Soul Cairn, my strength would begin to wane until I was no more.
Oh, yeah, I see. That's not so good. I'm getting a little bit worried about what you want me for. And I'm gonna regret asking this. How can I help?
I will
desperately
place
trying
my
to keep
name
her
with
manners.
you and grant you the right to call my name from Tamriel. Do me this simple honor, and I will fight at your side as your Graze Mazen, your ally, and teach you my Thum.
Right, I wasn't expecting that. Just call your name in Tamriel, and that's it. Nothing more than that.
Trivial in your mind, perhaps. For me, it would mean a great deal. I don't require an answer, Quinarin. Simply speak my name to the heavens when you feel the time is right.
Had to get that shot of Dernevere. I cut out a bit of a chunk where they discuss, I think this might still be in the episode version again, where they discuss how he ended up getting trapped there. And I think Pandora suggests that it's always the fine print of the contracts you got to check. Again, it took me ages going round the soul cairn to find the next bit. I think it's because it's been so long since I did this particular DLC. I'd just forgotten where everything was. Not that I
It's another one of those portal-y things.
Not that I ever knew it very well. And this took 2 goes because I fell through the grate the first time. I had to go up there again.
And no portal back down. Oh.
Which is useful for getting back down because I'm not sure if there's any other different method.
Yep. Let's get out of here. Cool. You see that?
The scroll home, the sooner we deal with my father.
Yeah.
She was in a hurry,
Totally
and then she remembered Arvak.
Yeah, I don't care what you say. Oh, righty, freaky horse. Ooh. Ah, totally had to do that. I totally had to do that before we left. Right, come on, we have got a... Oh, well, I've got a job to do.
Another snipe at Serana. Now, it took 2 goes to get up those steps. Because for some reason I clipped through them on the first go and fell back down, and it was quite a distance. So then had to go up a second time. Now the second time I went up quite slowly. So I used the first time and just faded to black before I'd clipped through the steps, while the second time going up really slowly. So we're getting to the end part where I cut it for the first movie, having concluded this particular part of the story by actually having got the Elder Scroll.
Right. We need to get back to the Dawnguard.
No, she's not. She's not very happy about the. Not very happy about the the soul cairn at all. So that was the movie version cut down from the first 5 episodes of Dawnguard, which were not particularly well edited. So the movie version, I chopped a lot more of the boring bits out, but there's quite a bit where Pandora is introduced to us that I refer back to later in later series. So I hope you enjoyed. I hope you enjoyed me going through Dawnguard in Darkness with you. If you've got any other questions, just leave them in the comments below, and I'll do my best to answer them for you.